Hello, hello, hello. Okay, and it's been a while since I posted a video, but Jesus, what have been so fucking hectic, and I actually got the flu. I was sick as fuck, and Jesus, I was so sick, and I'm always so tired. I don't know if you have that. You can't sleep. Oh, sorry. Okay, I digress. I promised myself that I am not going to digress today, but I did. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Syria. You see, this is the map, and actually what is really going on here. Because we are just hearing about the war on ISIS. You know, that everyone is fighting ISIS and blah 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 and everything. So the war on ISIS in Syria, because they have established their caliphate there. It's their most stronghold. Ha. So who is fighting fucking ISIS? Okay, first we have the Syria, aka Bashar al-Assad. So the Bashar al-Assad army. So you have the Syrian army, the NDF, pro-government militia, Russia, Iran. They're mostly shares in Iran, like the army. The Hezbollah, I was actually kind of surprised to see them, and they have been declared a terrorist group by the West, and they don't like Israel, and they are like Lebanon army. And you also have Shiite groups from Iraq. Next, we have the anti-ISIS coalition, meaning NATO, mainly Israel, Saudi Arabia, shady Saudi Arabia, what they will get out of this war, we will see it. Jordan, the UAE, it's the Union Arabs, whatever, it's the, I don't remember, but just let's say that it's a coalition of Arabs country. And they are mainly, all of them, the anti-ISIS coalition, they are mainly anti-Assad regime. That they don't like him. They want him to go. If you remember, in 2011, those people wanted Assad to go. But they all came together with Assad to fight ISIS, so yay! After that, we have the famous or infamous rebels group. You have the FSA, Free Syrian Army. So all of those groups actually fight in the Syrian civil war. Well, most of them. So you have the Free Syrian Army. You have Ahad al-Sham. Ahad al-Sham. Let's go them al-Sham. And well, they are shitty as hell. They did committed some horrible crimes during the Syrian civil war, and even in 2016 they are shitty as hell. We have Al-Nusra, called the jihadist group, some kind of mix between Al-Qaeda, Syria Al-Qaeda, and some of them have just went and joined ISIS. They are their own entities, but they are shitty too. You have Al-Qaeda in Syria, and it's not the same as Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, who are actually pro-ISIS. And you have other groups, and Turkmen. And yes, some of the rebels are backed by the US, most of them, while more moderate rebels are backed by other countries from NATO, like France, the UK, other Western NATO countries, and they are all, like I said, anti-Assad, and they have been part of the civil war. Next, you have the Kurd. Well, the Kurd. You have the YPG, Turkey. So Erdogan. I have so much trouble saying his name. Erdogan, that man, the president of Turkey. So Turkey view them as an extension of the PKK, and the PKK is a Turkish Kurdish rebel group fighting for their own autonomy since 1980. And you have the SDF, who is the Syrian Democratic Forces, and they are supported by the US, France, and other Western countries. So you have all of them, and you have Turkey fighting with Turkey, who is backed by the US and actually Russia. Really intelligent one, this one. And yes, you have Turkey, who is with Turkey, and all of them are fighting ISIS. They are all fighting ISIS. They came together, like in some kind of fairy tale, and everyone let them differences aside and decided to fight the big boss, who is ISIS. No, this is not a fairy tale, because now everyone is fighting each other. Everyone is fighting everyone. Well, it was before the ceasefire, because the ceasefire is more or less working. More or less. It's a bit more, it's a bit less, it's a more, and a more or less. So yes, you have a map here. I'm going to put a link, as usual, of this really great website, and it's a map, and you can see what is going on live. It's updated, it's a live update, and when I start doing that video, it was yesterday, and I don't have the hour. I think it was like 40 at 2 p.m. I was at work. Yes, I'm trying to do YouTube video at work. And yes, so it was yesterday. And let me tell you, every 5 minutes, all those dots, they change. So you can see you have, the different factions, and you have what is happening. And as you can see, like I said, everyone is fighting everyone. It's did I say it's a clusterfuck? So you have here. So, and yes, remember there was a ceasefire. At this time, the ceasefire was already in place. And Assad is dropping incendiary ammunition. Just remember that, incendiary ammunition in areas controlled by the rebels. Turkey is fighting the PKK and the YPG and their own personal rebels too. Rebels are fighting, and the Kurds are fighting Assad and Turkey, and all of them are fighting ISIS. So everyone is fighting everyone. Everyone is fighting anyone, and meanwhile, people are dying. I don't even think that the population there are actually understanding what is going on. You have the casualties here. Look at those numbers. In July 2014, the population was estimated as 17 billion, and since 2011, 300 people, 300,000 you have the number, people died. More than half of the population, were forced to flee, and 5 billion have found shelter in neighbor countries. the neighbor countries. And you need to understand that the neighbor countries, there are them like Lebanon, Turkey, Iran, and Iraq, even Jordan. They are the ones who are taking the most of the refugees. It's a small percentage. Those who are going in Europe, it's really not all of them. It's really a small percentage. Most of them are going in neighborhood countries where they're not even really being treated well. I have read reports of rape, of killings, of man. Those, it's also a clusterfuck. So I hope you are still with me. I'm trying to be fast, and really I really advise you to go, if it actually interested you, go deeper in all those rebels group. Go deeper on who is actually funding who is giving weapon, why, how long has it been, everything. I just brush. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what is going on in Syria. So, okay, people are going to ask me, why did you do that video? Why did you video the video? It was known, it had been 11 minutes. And why did I did it? Okay, first, it's really just an informative video. It's not a pro-immigrants video. It's not against the immigrants video. It's really not that. I'm not taking side of for immigrants and against immigrants, or for closing borders or opening borders. This is the situation. This is what is actually happening there. And I really just want, if that video have some kind of help, and really go see the website and do your own research. It's interesting and it's baffling at the same time. And yes, the second reason that I did that video is because I have seen so many people saying, I don't care, it doesn't affect me, so why should I care? We should close all borders, yes, or not, whatever. And the ones that piss me off is actually those people should stay and fight, or they are running from their problems. It's easier to run from your problems than fight for it. And for them, I just have a question. When you see that image, when you see all of the people fighting each other, because there are people who have stayed and joined some kind of rebel group, but for the others, for the women, for the crippled, for the men who actually want to stay with their family and provide for them and hope to give them a better life far from war, how can you say they should have stayed? They don't even know. I don't think that they really know who is fighting who. They don't trust, especially that they don't trust. That war, there is a proxy war for once in between, like usual, the US and Russia. There is Bashar al-Assad, there is the rebels, there is the Kurds, there is all of them. How can you trust? How can you trust a group, a faction, a country, when you don't even really understand why they are doing this to you? How can you even say, okay, I'm going to join that group, and then realize that everything is shitty in that group, and okay, I'm going to try to join another group. No, this won't happen. You might die, or they will take your family or something. Who do you fight for? Yes, you fight for you, for yourself, for your family. But which whom? Which whom? They must create another faction. How can you even say they need to stay and fight when they don't even know really? When ISIS look like the PKK, and when ISIS look like al-Nusra, when ISIS look like the Hezbollah, when everyone is killing everyone and committing war crimes. How can they say that they are running from their problems and being cowards and need to stay and fight? Those people are not being cowards. I don't know. In this kind of situation, really, I will flee. I would flee. I will not trust anyone. I will take my shit and go wherever I can go. My family and me. People, and for those who are saying that we should close our borders and not allow anyone to enter, I agree on the economic refugees. But for the Syrian refugees, maybe there is still something that we can do. And what I found sad from the EU, like countries like Germany or France or all those kind of countries, is that I think that they should put more efforts in really asking, in really trying to find who is a Syrian refugees and who is an economic refugees. I think that this is where is the core of the issue. Because really those people, when I started to read, to look into all of that, I was like, man, this is such a clusterfuck, and I actually understand why those people are fleeing. And I understand also the debates about the borders, because here in Cameroon we have people coming from Nigeria, from Niger, from Chad, from Congo, from the RDC. We have people coming in masses, and yes, when things start going to calm down, they go back when they are sure that the rebels, the people killing, are gone. But in Syria, what I'm seeing then, it's not like, since it's not just a war against ISIS, I don't think that this conflict is going to stop now. I don't think, because even if ISIS is wiped out from Syria, they will go back, but still find a war. Assad fighting rebels, Kurds fighting Turkey, Turkey fighting Kurds, the US giving weapons to some rebel group, Al-Nusra. Yes, it is a sound that I usually make with that mouth, with my mouth. So they will go back, not knowing that the war is still going, and actually living and rebuilding a house, their home, with a Damocles sword on their head. I don't think for now that they will go back. For the people who say that they don't care, that they don't give a fuck, this situation is not going to end now or anytime soon. People are still going to try to come in your country. So maybe you need to think about that. There is the migrant crisis is still going to happen for at least 1, 2, 3 years, because that shit is not going to end. I hope it will end soon. But since everyone here think that they have some kind of right, that they are, that they are the good, that they are the good people, that they are the good ones, that they are the good people with the right ideas. Everyone is right in that war. So no one is going to put aside their weapons until the other one is dead. So the population will still flee, the population will still die. So the refugees in Europe or other countries can't go back for now. So the people who think that it won't affect you, it will. In some way it will. I don't know if it will be your taxes, if you have friends of sons or people in the military who might be sent there, journalism, I don't know, humanitarian. I think that war is affecting, and it must affect every one of us in some way, at some level. Saying that you don't care, saying that it doesn't affect you, I can't even understand. I can understand because everyone has his or her own life to live. But at least understand what is going on there. Understand. Don't be a sheep. Don't just look at him with your mouth open and turn off the TV and say, oh, well, another war. We all know what is going on there. War, 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 and everything. Just at least stop being ignorant and saying things that are so fucking dumb. So dumb, so fucking ignorant. So ignorance is bliss sometimes, but it's not the way. Yes, it's not the way. So, yes. Oh, 21 minutes. I hope you did stay with me. I did kind of ramble at the end, but yes, so many things happen. So, yes, really, if you're interested to go deeper, go on that website and search all the acronyms for the rebels and everything. And yes, try to understand. Try to actually look for yourself and don't wait for some media to tell you that this is going on. This group is for whom or anything. So think for yourself, search for yourself, and be aware. Okay, that's for me. I'm going to try and put another video because I have so much thing to talk about, like usual. So yes. Have a nice day, subscribe, share, leave your comments, and if you don't agree with me or anything, well, just tell me so. It's just my opinion, but at least I hope that this video was somehow informative. So yeah, subscribe, comment, share, like, and have a nice day, people. Have a nice evening, and peace. Peace for all of us. Bye bye. Tschüss et au revoir.